Welcome to Fireside Chats with Rocky Mountain Wildfire Mitigation. It's Evan and Colin here, and we're going to be discussing some of the issues that we've been seeing happening around. I'll tell you what, all the way from Canada to the United States, it seems like problems are hitting us left and right. And if it's not the air quality, it's the quality of the food. Holy cow!
Yeah, we got the call from our family, and they can't breathe and they are pooping themselves. The smoke from the wildfire is so bad, it's causing digestional problems, and people are absorbing it. It's affecting the gut biome, and then people are having diarrhea as a result of, I shouldn't be laughing, as a result of the fire. So you can't breathe, you can't see, and
just problems left and right. Jeez.
Bad.
I thought, because I know that there's the fresh produce is an issue. It's got the diseased fresh produce, but you're saying that the wildfires are also contributing to digestional issues.
Yeah, definitely.
So fires are hitting us from the air all the way down.
Yes.
That's a rough one. Well, on that note, we've got wildfires happening all over Canada. I know that this year has been particularly active. We've got 2.8 million hectares that have already been burnt up this year, but it's not the most. Can you guess what wildfire season was the worst for Canada?
It's got to be after 2000. I'm gonna say 2004.
It is after 2000, but it's actually a lot more recent. It's 2023. So very, very recently, we've had most of Canada's worst wildfire incidences, and that's going into like Minnesota and Oregon as well. You've got a bunch of wildfires that have been happening this season. It's a little further out, but like even here in Colorado, we've had a bunch of times where you can't see the mountains as well. Everything's super hazy. And that was from the fire in Ouray. And that was just a single fire. Canada's got so many of them happening right now, and they're all kind of pushing that air in that Detroit area and the Michigan area. And it's definitely been hard hit.
It's causing a ton of health problems.
Health problems indeed, yeah. And not just for people who have like pre-existing conditions or asthma or things of that nature. You were just telling me that it's not good for anyone to be outside when there's a lot of smoke.
Yeah, it's if you're outside or inside or in a car, if you live there, and you don't have proper filtration, you are smoking a pack of cigarettes a day.
Just in the air quality?
Just at least, sometimes more.
And like if you're working outside or something, I'd imagine that it's even worse because you're getting direct exposure to that.
Yeah, your body's needing more energy, more oxygen, and it's pulling in more pollutants into your body.
When you're staying out there for a longer period of time, right? It's not like you're in your home where, that air is getting blocked.
Yeah, it's devastating. And last year alone, there were, in the lower 48 states here in the United States, 24,000 deaths, premature deaths to smoke inhalation related from wildfires.
Really? By wildfires directly?
Yeah, last year. It's massive. And this year is set to be worse. By this point, halfway in the year, July, whatever we're at, July here, 3,600 fires in the Colorado area alone.
Holy cow.
This year. Yeah, it's been massive. Just the air quality's been really bad. I mean, that's kind of why we're having this talk today. Was kind of the subject was air quality.
Yeah.
And just making people realize that you're breathing in a chemical cocktail when you're living in an area that is near a wildfire.
It's not barbecue smoke.
No.
It's not applewood chips while you're cooking a brisket.
No.
Yeah.
And I love that. And people love that smell. You're having a cookout.
Yeah.
And that's good to be breathing. I mean, it's not great, but it's not chemically poisonous. But
small scale.
When you're breathing in wildfire smoke, you're breathing in whatever burnt down. And a lot of times, what burns down is chemically poisonous. We have stuff in our walls like asbestos, we have insulations, we have fiberglass, we have chemical wires, we have plumbing chemicals. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on of whatever people had or whatever a commercial chemical plant had, and all that goes up in flames, and all that goes up into the air, and then you just breathe it in, and you die.
Yeah,
you die
because you shouldn't be breathing that stuff. It is toxic.
Yeah.
So then you ask yourself, okay, well then what is somebody in those situations supposed to do? And I was on the air quality website, and they were talking about, hey, staying indoors is a good idea. You don't want to be putting yourself in direct exposure to the smoke, and paying attention to like when the smoke is heavy is really important too, because like more smoke, the air quality is going to be worse at sometimes more than others. So there might be a weekend where you're not going outside as much because of how bad the air quality is. Are there other things that like people can be doing to
absolutely
help out with the air exposure to the air quality?
And I love telling people about this kind of stuff, and this is why we're in business. And this is why we're in the sector. We're in the wildfire
protecting people.
Yeah, we want to protect people. We can do a lot of different construction, but the type of construction we want to be doing is to help protect people from fires. And normally we do fire resistant paints and defensive space, but today we want to pivot a little bit and talk specifically about air quality. And there are lots of things that you can do. There are things that we have, and we in this room have done. And so we're not just going to sit back and take it, and we're not just going to sit back and die. I have very bad lungs. When I was in the military, I had pneumonia really, really bad. I was actually in the emergency room. It was so bad, and so I'm very susceptible to the smoke. And I have a 1-year-old son, and he also is susceptible to the smoke. One of the symptoms is your body goes into overdrive producing mucus. You can actually hear me speaking right now. I'm pretty congested. A lot of that's mucus from being outside in these smoky areas. And my son, just covered in snot. And so I went ahead and I bit the bullet, and I got an air filter. And there are a ton of air filters, and we have a blog. We talk about the different air filters, but the one quality that's most important is that it's a true HEPA. Do you know what true HEPA is?
So I know that there's different filters, and I've seen a couple of different adaptations for filters, but they use HEPA in like the medical industry. I guess I've heard it most there. What makes the difference between like a HEPA filter and a filter that's not HEPA? And then what would a filter that's not HEPA be doing? Like,
to keep it really simple, the fire airborne particles are about 2.5 macrons, which is why you'll see it referred to as PM 2.5. And so like this filter can handle PM 2.5. So what are we looking for? It's got to say true HEPA. It's got to be a HEPA. If it's HEPA-like or 99% HEPA, it isn't HEPA. And true HEPA filters out particles down to 2.5 and a little beyond. So it's able to filter out those harmful poisonous toxins that you're breathing in. And I got one for my house, and I made sure that it was true HEPA, and I selected one according to the size of my square footage, and I needed 1,800 square feet of filtration power, and I have it sitting in the middle, and it's doing wonders. So that's number one.
So then just one unit's able to do the job for the whole house. And then if you had a larger home or maybe 2 levels, then you'd be able to make sure you're covering all the air by having just a couple of centralized units.
And our blog dives into like the nuances, and the nuances are price, size, is it quiet? Is it stylish? Does it have Wi-Fi? So at the end of the day, you can pick whatever style that and gadgets and bells that fit your need. You can, if you want to just have a no whistles and bell loud thing, that good value, you can do that. But once again, the only thing that matters is if it is true HEPA. That's most important.
And that's because of the particulate. It's so small. It's catching.
It's got to.
Any of the particulate that's going into the air. Yeah, because I think about a house, right? And yesterday my windows were up, but I could still smell smoke coming into my house, basically. And I don't have a HEPA filter at my house yet, but we're looking into it. And I'm just struck by, like, even when you think you're protecting yourself, there's so many gaps. There's so many ways for things to get into your home, and something as seamless as smoke is able to just find exactly where those weak points are. If you're in your car, yeah, your car has the liner and you feel like you're in a contained area, but you were saying that, like, even then, if you don't have the right filter in your car, there's still material that's getting into your car. I've driven by compost sites, or, you know, when you're going through and you can smell manure near a farm or something, you know, like, that's able to get in through your car. So I just think about, like, all the other particulate that's able to make it through there if you don't have the right filter.
You should buy a HEPA filter from the link in our description.
Yeah,
we actually make money off of that when people go and purchase
off the affiliate links. So well, you should help us out. I shouldn't be the only one. We should get everybody going.
Robert should get one too. Yeah. Everybody should. Tell your friends and family. The other two must-haves for us are, you know, and you guys are gonna hate us when we say this, masks. There's two qualities of masks. Number one is the N95. If it has an N95, and some of you already have these left over from
they might have boxes of them,
but that works kind of like a true filter on your face. Takes care of those PM. Remember PM 2.5s? That's your Sesame Street word of the day, is PM 2.5. Your N95 mask will filter that out. Once again, we have a blog with links to those products. The Doomsday one, and I was telling you about this one earlier, is the P100. That's like your Armageddon mask, and that is I think that there's some bad chemicals in the air, and I need an extra level of protection. The P100, it's pretty scary though. It looks like...
Is that the one that's got the pack on it? And is it a full respirator?
It has a full face mask. It's giant.
Okay.
Yeah, you do look like you're in Fallout when you wear it.
Yeah, okay.
But I think in today's day and age, man, if you got a family or you're concerned about, you know, some fire issues, either evacuate or upgrade your gear. You know, that's the bottom line. And if you are staying in the area, the most important thing, and this kind of goes with our philosophy at Rocky Mountain, is awareness. That's why we do all these education videos, is to make sure that you are aware of the problem. That way you can tackle and address it. Is an air quality monitor. And once again, word of the day, PM 2.5 monitor, right? As long as it can monitor PM 2.5s, it will warn you of problems before you see them, before you smell them. It can detect those particles before our human senses can. And it can also detect, if you get the right one, and once again, our blog talks about this, if you get the right one, it can tell you about bad chemicals that are in the air when you might want to use that Armageddon Doomsday P100 respirator mask. But those are the three must-haves. And then there's a lot of nice little luxuries. Luxury is kind of the wrong word, but you can get a HEPA True filter for your car. Okay. You just got to make sure you pick the right model. Yeah. You can get saline nose strips that are designed specifically for filtering out toxins from your nose. If you've ever, come home from a smoky day and you've sneezed and
yeah. There's a little it looks like smoke has kind of gotten in your nostrils a little bit.
You're just kind of like amazed that came out of your body. That stuff is a sign that, like, there's ash and soot and chemicals going into your lungs, and your body's trying to filter them out. So a saline nose drip designed for fire respiration problems can filter out that stuff, and that way you can flush out those toxins before your body ingests them.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Get it out before it gets to you.
Those are the big ones that we would recommend purchasing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, make sure that we go to the blog and take a look not only at the ways that we're reducing fire risk with the different materials we're using on homes, the coatings, the decks, the fence line, protecting the vegetation in your own personal space, but looking out for the air quality as well.
Yeah.
So even if there's not a direct fire in your area, there are still dangers from wildfires that can reach thousands of miles away from where they originated. And that's what we're experiencing with the Canada fires, is getting the smoke pushed from one area into a very different area, and then having those people deal with those problems.
Yeah, we're all really connected. That's what everybody always forgets, is that what's happening over there affects us here.
Right.
So it's important to take care of everybody.
Take care of yourself, and check out the blog. Make sure that you look at what we have available in all capacities, and we'll catch you next time at Fireside Chats.